Hey, shalom, shalom, Akim. First thing and foremost, I want to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakakwadash. I'd like to give double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone and Rule Well. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. Those in this gospel broad, lifting up the standard of Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. This is a lesson on being faint or the saints are wore out. According to Daniel, I believe it's 7:25, it says he should seek to change times and laws and wear out the saints. And when you go into that word war, it goes into mentally tired or beating down or mentally draining or basically just overwhelming. Okay, because being in the ministry and just in captivity alone could be very draining on the mind. Okay, and when I say the ministry, meaning because the work itself, we're doing the work at a high intensity, but that's a given. Okay, it is not necessarily tiring doing the work, if that makes any sense, but the tiring part comes from being under this devil's rulership, man, because you got to work 9 to 5, pay bills, take care of family, home, you know, house chores, and just really the mental stresses, that comes along with being in this fucking wicked ass world. You're constantly broken and drugged down by unnecessarily endeavors, man. You know, like 9 to 5, like scriptures say, if you don't work, you don't eat, you don't work, and by the sweat of thy brow we should get bread until the earth, roughly paraphrasing it. But when you look at the average person, they're tired, they're wore out. Okay, they're given over into some form of madness. But with the spirit and power of Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, the prophets, his men, we continue to push forth because, you know, you got to be long-winded in this thing. But brothers are tired, you know, from catching hell, afflictions, you know, pain in the body, you know, sicknesses, whatever that may be. Some brothers suffer from particular ailments, you know, whether it be diabetes or, you know, gout or high blood pressure or, you know, just, you know, aches and pains, a bad back. And on top of that, the mental infirmities that we go through in this thing. I know the apostles mentioned a while back, they said, look, in order to be in this thing, you can't be wrapped too tight. You got to be kind of half crazy. And when you think about the things that we do, we go out in the cold, we go out in the hot, rain, sleet, or snow, we out there teaching the word. We look like a bunch of crazy people, man. You know, because like I said, you can't be wrapped too tight when you in this thing. And it doesn't mean that you got faculties missing or anything like that. But overall, you got to have a strong mind to be in this truth, man. Because it's not always easy, you know. Because I'd be lying if I told you that I felt like putting out shows every day. But I enjoy putting them out because we do all things for the elect's sake. And ultimately, shit, this is my way of one of many ways of showing you how about Yahweh Shai, the sincerity of this ministry. Okay, because the lessons that we do, in fact, are not only for ourselves, but they're for men and the women in this thing that's sincere, that may sincerely desire to be built up. Because it could be a particular lesson that you may be going through and a brother can upload it. And that could be Yahweh Shai speaking to you in the form of that brother's videos. Because the Lord said that his mouthpiece is the prophets, the men of the Lord. So that being said, man, you know, it's all going to be worth it at the end of the day. You know, though it seems minute now, because, you know, sometimes you look at it like, man, we putting in a lot of work, but then yet we reaping bad benefits on the back end of it. Like the more you go, harder you go for Yahweh Shai, it's like the worse your life becomes at times. But the Lord said, if thou comes to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. So it appears that way, but there is a great reward for it. Okay, shit, certain brothers, they doing transits, man. You know, they be on the road. Brothers be tired as hell. Like right now, I'm tired as shit because I didn't really get a good night's sleep last night. I couldn't really find comfort in my sleep, you know, and it was just like, god damn, I was tossing and turning all night. And I think the last hour of my rest was probably like the best and only hour I really got some good sleep, you know. But overall, man, it's just like, what the fuck, man, we got to get the hell out of here. These bodies are breaking down on us, man. You know, and prime example, when you're doing a lesson or doing a video, it's like you say, it's like the words you speak, you want to say certain things and you want to sound kind of articulate, but it just don't always be the case. You know, things don't come out right. You know, things come out jumbled, so to speak. The points you make may not seem all well put together, but through the spirit, it all connects. But when you're saying it, it is like, God damn, like, I'm not making a point I really want to make. I'm making the point, but it's not having the impact that I want it to have. And that comes with stammering of lips, man. You know, we're not going to be the most eloquent speakers. Like, sometimes when I listen to my videos, I'm like, God damn, the way I feel and the way I'm saying it is not doing the way I feel justice. And it's just like, fuck, how much longer? That comes from being mentally tired in this place, man. Okay? So anyway, this is the book of Luke 18:1. And it reads, it says, and he spake a parable unto them, and to this end, that men ought to always pray and not to faint. Okay? And we have to pray not to faint. Okay? The scriptures say, make thy calling, give diligence to make thy calling and election sure. Because it's going to come a time that the Lord is going to renew us. He's going to renew our strength. He's going to give us our longevity back. Okay, our win, according to Isaiah 40:31. Those that wait on the Lord shall mount up with wings as eagles and shall run and not be weary. Okay, because we're going to literally get our strength back, man. But for right now, it appears that there's really no hope in sight, but there is hope in sight. Because we believe, and your hope and your faith, that's your hope right there, your faith. You know, because when you look at the prophecies, when you look at the fact that this devil, what's his name? Jacob Rothschild. Okay, that devil, that illuminated devil, that's a sign right there that the Lord is getting ready to bring this man's power structure to an abrupt end. Okay, so all this folly that Trump is talking, oh, we're going to deploy migrants. Okay, sure you are. Okay, which me personally, I hope he don't become president, because, and then again, it don't really matter, because if he comes president, I feel like things are going to kind of rebound slightly, but it's going to be all for the greater good of this place falling. But my thing is, I just can't deal with another psychological break of what is appearing that this place is going to be good. But the scriptures do say that they should think themselves to be in good case, but even then shall confusion multiply upon the earth. So whether he gets in there or not, who gives a fuck? You know, he may get gas back down $1.49 and may speak up peace talks, but at the end of the day, how about you, man? How Shah has sanctioned this wicked kingdom to be destroyed, man. Okay, and that's really all that's to it. You know, because clearly this guy Biden, man, he's totally going downhill. You know, but hey, if they keep him in there through some suspension of the election, and I'm hoping that they don't have an election. I'm hoping that they suspend it. I'm hoping that something bad happens, or I'm hoping that something prophetic happens. I say it that way, so that, you know, when all hell does break loose, you know, the current administration could assume the total destruction of the society. You know, so that's what I'm praying happen. I'm praying that there is no election, because in order for it to not be an election, that means that there has to be some type of emergency. And like I said, I can't deal with another psychological break of this shit rebounding, or a period to rebound. Though we know that truly is not rebounding. Okay, because the scriptures say we would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. So therefore, let us go into our own lands and forsake her. So more of the story is America is going to be destroyed, man. Okay, whether DJ Trump or whether whoever gets in office, at the end of the day, is going to be destroyed. You see? And it says here to always pray and not to faint. So let's look up the word faint. All right. And another thing too, like just dealing with all the stress of this life, like fucking cars, man. Like a vehicle repairs can really stress you the fuck out, because you can get it fixed, but it runs worse. You know what I'm saying? And just like, it's just constant vexation. You know, prime example, when I bought my vehicle from an Edomite, I promise you, when I bought this vehicle, it had not a problem to it. It drove perfectly. It had good gas mileage. But after I bought it, after a month of me having it, that's when it started to drive completely different. And just like the curses just hopped right on the fucking car. It's just like, yeah, nigga, nah. You know, and I've been doing several repairs to this fucking car, and it still ain't riding the way I wanted to ride. So obviously I'm missing it, or it's just what it is. But anyway, going into the word faint, let's listen to the definition of it real quick. Let's get the word
Strong's G 1573. Ekakeo. Thayer's Lexicon, second entry. Egg-kakeo.
Okay.
Egg-kakeo.
Okay, so it means here to be utterly spiritless, Okay, meaning dead almost. Okay, to be without spirit is to be dead. And it says to be wearied out, exhausted. And brothers are exhausted. You can see it in brothers' face, man. Okay, like it's constant hell, hell, hell. And the Lord, he pulls you out of the fire sometimes, but then it's like he puts you in it longer. In the back of your mind, you're like, Lord, like, I don't know how much more the fucking fire I can take. But the Lord, like, he knows your limits, man. Lord, like, look, I got you, bruh. Like, you ain't gonna faint. Chill out. But it appears that way, you know. But overall, Yahweh Shai got us, but it says to be wearied out, to be exhausted. You know, and it's very exhausting living in his word and having the weight of the ministry. You got a administrative part of the ministry, make sure brothers on point. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you go to council, when shit happens, it's a lot to it. And it all takes a toll on you mentally. But the truth is a good thing, you know, because we're not knocking the truth. But nonetheless, we need the Lord to come get us because we sincerely need rest, man. Okay, we really need rest. We haven't been at ease in over 500 years. Okay, and it's been work, 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 work. Even an Edomite knows. You know, you working these 9 to 5 fucking jobs. You know, you got to pay fucking bills. And that's just really what it is. Like, it ain't even really the work of the Most High, but it's the outside shit that comes along in his life, like working and going to school and dealing with life, man. This ain't life. Okay, this ain't living. This is hell. Okay, this kingdom is not enjoyable, and it's to the point that everything is a fucking blur. You see. So anyway, this is the book of 2 Corinthians 4 and I hate this intersection. 4 and 1. It says, therefore, seeing we have this ministry, as we have received mercy, we faint not, because it's all mercy through Yahweh Shai. So with the grace that's been bestowed upon us to teach the truth and the word, you know, and have it and to partake in the heavenly gifts, man, we appreciate it. So we give it our all, you know. And it just like when you doing the work of the Heavenly Father, a spirit comes over you, and a spirit of endurance. Okay, you could be tired as fucking twilight, man. Okay, you could be literally off adrenaline, getting ready to faint, but yet you do a lesson through the spirit. The Lord gives you the spirit to endure it. Okay, the biggest thing is like, when is it all going to end? When is the Lord going to bring and restore the kingdom into us so we can really live? You know, it's just getting sick. Like, the common cold is enough for you to say, fuck this shit. Because there's been something going around that people have been sick for 3 weeks. You know, and they get a hold of your ass. Hey, it's curtains. You see, like yesterday, it was 70-some degrees here in Missouri. But yet we had like a literally 50%. We had a 50-degree drop in temperature, to the point it was snowing last night. I was on a road and it was fucking snowing out there. You know, I wake up this morning, it's damn near below freezing outside. But yet tomorrow is going to be in the 50s, and over the weekend it's going to be back in the 60s and 70s. You know, which is totally unnatural. But nonetheless, that all takes a toll on your mind. It takes a toll on your body, because people are going to get sick from that. Their immune systems aren't able to handle the fluctuation of temperature such as that. Okay, which at the end of the day is all due by design, because Esau, he wants to he has a number he wants to decrease. Okay, he wants to get people up out of here. But it says, but we have renounced the hidden things of dishonesty and not walking in craftiness, man. And I'm gonna jump down a little bit. Just give me a second. Not handling the word of Yahweh deceitfully, like some men we know, but manifestation of the truth, committing ourselves to every man's conscience in the sight of Yahweh. Okay, because hey, we ain't in this thing for personal gain, or we're not in this thing to oh man, what the fuck. See, this is what I'm talking about, man. It's always fucking something. Anyway, but we're not in this thing for our own gain. Like I tell people all the time, like, we have no reason, well, we have nothing to gain by lying to people. Okay, you got men out there that's literally teaching lies for money. We have nothing to gain from that. You see, our job is to teach you the truth and to prophesy at the end of the kingdom. I mean, it can't be no more straightforward than that. All right, but it says, but if our gospel we hid is hidden to them that are lost. But anyway, let me go down here a little bit. Let me jump down. It says here, let's go to verses 8. It says, we are troubled on every side, yet not distressed. We are perplexed, but not in despair, right? Because once you get into the mindset of disparity, then that's pretty much curtains, man. Okay, once you have despair, and once despair overcomes the spirit and you stop believing, then that's pretty much a wrap. Then Yahweh Shem Yahushua is pretty much done dealing with you. And that come with men that fall out of this truth, because there's been a lot of men that come and go. You know, you've seen men in this thing. Once was on fire, you know, sat with the apostles, ate with the apostles. And this is why I tell brothers, man, be careful, man. Sitting with the apostles and elders, hey, that can backfire on you, because most men that I knew in this thing that had a close relationship with the elders and the apostles, a lot of them men are gone now. You know, and one guy I could think of in particular was this guy, Element, Al-Mashabi Allah, okay, which me personally, I never liked him. You know, when I first heard him, I was just like, I knew something wasn't right with his spirit, but, you know, we hold our peace. But the spirit told me, like, man, this nigga ain't right, bro. He's a demon. Remember 2014 Passover, everybody went to the apostles' Passover, pretty much the camps. And me personally, I'm glad I didn't go, because I probably would have got kicked out, because it was just like the dude had a fucked up, he had like a real proud spirit on him, man. You know, like looking down on brothers type shit. You know, and the spirit of the Lord ain't dealing with that. You know, but he had like this real fucked up spirit on him, man. And it was just like, wow, this guy is very, very proud, man. You know, and it was so spiritual because the screenshot that they took of the Passover showed just that. The guy was proud as all hell, man. You know, but hey, he's hurt a lot of brothers' feelings. He said a lot of shit to brothers, man, and you know, he's not here to tell about it anymore. But me personally, I couldn't come under a guy like that. It would be a serious problem, because the spirit, you know, you make brothers feel bad because for the simple fact they're not on level you on, or they're not catching on as quick. Everybody learns at their own pace. And I get it, you know, when you ain't applying yourself, that's one thing. But some brothers just suffer from anxiety, and certain brothers, they just can't remember shit like that. You know, you could recite the Lord's Prayer 1,000 times and you still may not be able to quote it by heart. Am I gonna kick you out the camp? If you ain't bullshitting, then no. But if you've been sincerely trying and it just your mind can't get it, then I mean, what can I do from that point? It just you may have a learning problem or something like that. I don't know. But at the end of the day, these guys are making it seem like you ain't shit because you didn't remember certain things, man. You know, like every brother is not versed in Hebrew. Every brother is not good at history. Everybody is not good at prophecy. But yet, do I make this man feel like he's less than because he's not catching on as quickly? And when I know he's sincerely trying. Okay, now when you just bullshitting and playing around, that's another thing. But if you sincerely trying, man, I can't knock you for that, man. You know, only thing we could do is hope and pray that you get better. You see? But anyway, man, I'm fucking lost, man. What the fuck? Oh, here I go. So anyway, just go down a little bit here. Salakia, got distracted. But it says, persecuted but not forsaken, cast down but not destroyed, always bearing about in a body the dying of the Lord Yahushua, that the life of Yahushua may be manifest in our body, man. So we're basically living out the afflictions that Yahushua has lived out in himself, man. Okay, because Yahushua was a man that was perplexed on all sides as well. And you can read about that in Isaiah the 53rd chapter, man. Okay, it says he was stricken and wounded for our transgression. So Yahushua went through it. Yahushua had moments that he probably thought he was going crazy or a mental breakdown and all this other shit. But hey, at the end of the day, he kept the commandments. I mean, it ain't against the commandments to have a mental breakdown, because at the end of the day, you're in his flesh. You know, people like, man, the Lord ain't had no mental breakdown. Shit, you think he didn't? When the Lord wept, man, the Lord went through things just like we all do, you know. But anyway, it says, always bearing about in the body the dying of Yahushua, that the life of Yahushua may be made manifest, in our body, for which we live, are always delivered unto death for Yahushua's sake, that the life in Yahushua might be made manifest in our mortal flesh. Right? So point blank period. That's just the life we live. Like, prime example, man. I just turned the car off and turned it back on. It's already saying I got fucking low gas. And yet I just had damn near almost more than a quarter tank because it's been burning quick. But it's just like little irritants like that that'll fuck with, you know, it'll just aggravate the shit out you, man. And it pisses you off. But when you look above it, it's just like, all right, whatever. It is what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? It's just what it is. So we just gotta deal with it. But it says here, for we live, it says, for which we live are always delivered into death for Yahushai's sake, that the life of Yahushai may be made manifest in our mortal flesh. So then death worketh in us, but life in you. Right? Because at the end of the day, we do all things for the elect's sake. You know? But it reads here, it says, we have in the same spirit of faith, according to as it is written, I believe, therefore I have spoken. We also believe, therefore speak, knowing that which he raised up Yahushai shall raise up us also by Yahushai, and shall present us with you, man. So eventually we're going to get that glory. Okay, it ain't going to always be work, 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 suffer, suffer. Okay, vexation, vexation, vexation. And I use particular examples like vehicles or women and things like that. Just an example of the vexation that we deal with daily. You know what I'm saying? It's not the fact that we're constantly bitching about a fucking car, man. It's fuck a car, it's just a fucking car. That's how they're designed, you know, but it's a vexation of spirit, if that make any sense. All right. What is this? Second Esdras 8. And yep, this is the book of Second Esdras 8. And I'm gonna start at verses let's start at verses 52. It says, for unto you paradise is open, the tree of life is planted, and the time to come is prepared. Plenteousness is made ready, a city is built, and rest is allowed. Yea, perfect goodness and wisdom, man. So hey, we gonna have a ball, man. Okay, we're gonna have a complete ball in the kingdom. All this shit is just gonna be like a bad dream. Like, damn, we went through that, but we overcame. Because at the end of the day, it's all about overcoming. Okay, overcoming the rudiments of this wicked ass world. But it says rest is allowed. Okay, so hey, brothers, keep your mind on the prize, man. Know that this is not gonna be a continual thing of suffering, but eventually we're gonna get our glory if we stay fast in this thing. All right, last precept, Daniel 7. And I'm going to start at verses 25. And it reads here, and it says, and he should speak great words against the Most High, and should wear out the saints of the Most High. So let's go into the word wear real quick. And the word wear goes into, where is it at? Where, yup. Bala'ah, which means to wear away, to wear out, to harass constantly. Yep, and we are completely harassed, man. All right. Yep, harassment covers a wide range of behaviors of offensive nature. Yep. Commonly understood as behavior that demeans, humiliates, and intimidates a person. Yep. Which is characteristically identified by unlikelihood in terms of social and moral reasonableness. And legal says these are behaviors that appear to be disturbing, upsetting, or threatening. Okay. Subject to aggressive pressure or intimidation. That's what the cops do. Esau does with these jobs, man. The fucking woman, pestering Harry. Okay, so when you look at this captivity, Esau has done nothing but heckle the men of the Lord to death, man. To the point it's just like enough is enough. But anyway, I'm gonna end it there, giving all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Lord's will you were edified and